Yo, what's up guys, it's TBAG. The Call of Duty Vanguard Open Alpha is live since yesterday and you can go ahead and play the new game mode called Champion Hill. It's a pretty interesting game mode. It's basically the gunfight game mode from Modern Warfare, but in kind of a knockout tournament setup. The gameplay you see in the background is my second game, which I actually ended up winning with 19 kills, so that was pretty good. Now the big topic is, how does the game feel? You know, the gunplay, the movement, how does it look? But in my opinion, more importantly, how does it compare to previous games, mainly to Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Because luckily, Call of Duty Vanguard runs on the same engine, or at least a very similar build of the engine, because the game itself does feel slightly different, but we'll get into that. First off, if you want to have a virtual cookie, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. It's very simple. Anyway, the most important part is the fact that it runs on the Modern Warfare engine, which is what I wanted for every Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare. Because let's be honest, that was the single biggest factor for its success, at least in my opinion. And Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War did not run on this engine, and because of that, many people, including myself, felt like it was a downgrade compared to Modern Warfare. You know, from the audio to how it looks, the animations, all of that. So now that Vanguard is running on this engine, it should all be good, right? Well, not entirely. Let me say this though, compared to Call of Duty World War II, which was their previous game, Vanguard feels a million times better. Feels better. It doesn't necessarily sound better, which is, for me, you know, a huge part of the experience and therefore the overall enjoyment of the game. I don't mean to offend anybody, but I noticed that a lot of sound effects and a lot of aspects of the overall sound design sounded extremely similar to Call of Duty World War II. And again, I'm not trying to be rude here, this is just from a perspective of someone that knows a thing or two about sound design, so let's compare some of the audio side by side. As you can hear, a lot of the guns and sound effects are extremely similar to World War II, and I think that's a shame because we finally have another Call of Duty game on the Modern Warfare engine, but it's still not up to the same quality in my opinion, especially in the audio department, and I just think that's a shame. Some other things that I noticed is that Vanguard also shares a lot of similarities with Modern Warfare. I mean, that's to be expected, of course, they are running on the same engine after all, but it's still funny to see. For example, a lot of the UI elements is very identical in a lot of places, and even the melee animation with your fists are exactly the same. I don't know, I just thought it was funny. Now, apart from that, I do want to say some other things. So, we already talked briefly about the new game mode. In my opinion, it's okay. It's not gonna be that big at launch, I think, but I like it when they are trying to switch things up. The gunplay feels similar to Modern Warfare, like I said, because of the engine, obviously. It does also feel like the time to kill is just a little bit slower compared to Modern Warfare, and that is actually a very good thing. In my opinion, Modern Warfare was an amazing game, but it had three major drawbacks that stopped me from playing it every single day, basically. Those are the lack of a field of view slider on console, skill-based matchmaking, obviously, and also the time to kill. I found that the time to kill in Modern Warfare was just a little bit too fast. Other than that, I absolutely adore the game, so the fact that the time to kill is now just a little bit slower is a huge plus in my opinion. But what about the other 2 points? Skill-based matchmaking and the FOV slider on console. Well, about skill-based matchmaking, there's actually no point in talking about this because it's gonna be 100% present in the final build of the game, if it's not already in the alpha. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I despise it, but it's not going anywhere, unfortunately. We have to live with it. So how about the FOV? Well, in case you didn't know, the alpha of Call of Duty Vanguard has a PS4 version and a separate next-gen PS5 version. So you would think that the next-gen version would have some upgrades. Well, luckily the game can run on 120Hz refresh rate, just like Warzone can when playing on next-gen consoles. So how about the FOV? It's not in the game. I looked everywhere, but it's not in the game. At least not in the alpha. This is arguably the worst thing to take away from the alpha, the fact that there is no FOV slider on console, even next-gen console. I mean, the PS5 and Xbox Series X are more than capable of having a higher FOV, so I really don't understand what's going on here. I really hope this is just an alpha thing, and then when we finally get the beta, we will get the long-awaited FOV slider on console, like we did with the Black Ops Cold War beta. And I know those two games are running on completely different engines, but we are talking about next-gen consoles here, so I'm not sure what will happen with the previous-gen consoles. Time will tell. So those couple of things are my main takeaways and feedback regarding the quality and overall design of the game currently in the alpha stage. Now there were some bugs here and there, like for example sometimes when you started shooting the audio completely stopped for some reason, obviously a bug. Same for the fact that the enemy's name could sometimes be seen through walls, especially breakable walls, which I actually didn't talk about yet, so let me do that real quick. It's cool. I like it. The breakable walls, you know, it's pretty cool. It's nothing too major, but it brings a little bit of an extra dynamic to the gameplay. You could argue that it can promote camping because you could technically make a little hole in the wall and peep through it the entire time, but like I said earlier, only time will tell. But right now, the most important part of this whole thing is for you guys, the viewers, to leave feedback in the comment section down below. Make your voices heard. What do you like about the alpha so far and what do you dislike? For example, it looks like the ghost perk makes you invisible to spy planes, but only if you're moving, which is good, you know, it doesn't promote camping, you have to keep moving. I like that. So be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Last time I made a video comparing the new Call of Duty to Modern Warfare, I got over 10,000 comments. So yeah, drop your feedback in the comments. Just imagine that the developers are reading through the comment section. I'm gonna leave you guys with a quick montage of the ending of this game you see in the background.
Got 10 seconds! Right, take a breather, you lot! That's it! Take their lives! That Team Charlie!
There we go, we got the victory. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you agree with some of the things that I said, and of course be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I also have a Discord you can join if you want, link for that is down below as well. And with that being said, I see you guys next time.